face me in the light. They'll return, but I'll be stronger. God, I want to dream again. Take me where I've never been. I wanna go there. This time I'm not scared. Now I am unbreakable. It's unmistakable. No one can touch me. Nothing can stop me.
Good afternoon, everyone, and we welcome you back to the Backus Pro Gaming Series 2017 Summer Split. Drive your energy. I'm Vulcan, your shotcaster for Game 2 of Match 2, and with me is my co-caster, Uwami. So, coming in from Game 1 of Match 2, how was it? I love the way that JSK played in the early phase of the game, but it's the same scenario as the interview I said. They fumbled when it comes to the mid to late game.
Yeah, seeing Spear ganking bot lane early on, level 3, then giving the first blood to Ace Style, I was really surprised on how they managed to kill the bot lane duo with both of their summoner spells up. But then again, having that first blood on a Caitlyn, it means that it should be translate to a snowball, but then again it didn't. And then after that, Spear began camping top lane, and it still didn't and Renekton still didn't manage to have a snowball attack.
Yeah,
on
it's
him.
the fact that I think, in my opinion, that Spear did all he could. I mean, he shot down Suzaku from snowballing. He shot down the bot lane. When Suzaku went bot lane, Spear was there helping out the Whistle, but all effort came to wasn't that successful. But when it comes to mid to late game,
IPT was really a stable team, solid team.
Solid team all throughout and consistent. So that was a short recap. And to our viewers out there, let's check out the schedule to see what's coming up next. This is the last game of Match 2. And on Match 3, we will be having Asian Arena against TNC as our last match on day 2 of the PGS.
Exciting game out there. Even if it's the last game, it's really it's going to be a really good matchup on the top lane against Jason and Lando out there.
It's going to be something that we want to watch out for, but let's look at the standings to see what are these teams fighting for. Obviously, that's your spot in the playoffs.
Yeah, a spot in the playoffs for sure spot for Team Manila Eagles here, leaving undefeated, while on the Infused Esports side, it won't be too good anymore since they got this 0-2 earlier.
And look at that. AEX, Minaski, Imperium Pro team, all 9 points. All evened out. So, Jengski, Infused, and TNC, they still have this chance to make it to playoffs in a really small chance, but they have to sweep their games. But let's see how it'll play out next week.
Yeah, TNC might pull off a lot of wins if they manage to even out their teamwork with Hayes as their AP carry, hyper carry, really good player. If they really manage to make Hayes snowball in a lot of games, it might turn into sweeps and sweeps and sweeps for them.
If sweeps do happen, they're very happy. And I hope to our viewers out there, you're happy to hear that we are still having our Share and Win promo. Here are the mechanics. You see that hashtag code? Copy that hashtag code onto your Facebook profile timeline. Share it publicly with that hashtag code, and also the link to our Facebook Live or gaming.youtube.
Promote PGS, promote Philippine esports.
Promote the PGS, and I think PGS right now's competitiveness has raised the bar.
Yeah, over the past few seasons of PGS splits, rather, it really stepped up a lot, and regarding some members and veterans growing into better players, na tumaas na talaga yung competitive level ng Philippine esports.
So now, JSK Esports on the blue side against Imperium Pro team on the red side, prioritizing that Galio.
Oh, yeah. Galio having that high win rate, talagang mapaprioritize yan sa kahit anong side ng team if it's left open. As we can see, IPT banning that Nidalee, and respect ban yun for Spear. Spear has been really good with Nidalee.
And it just goes to show this is the second game. Banning it out again against Jengski is showing respect. And Suzaku, again, on that Kennen game jungler. Ival is on the Gragas.
Speaking of Kennen, Suzaku's Kennen early last game dealt 32k damage. It compared to the carries of Jengski, it dealt twice more damage than the both of them combined. Looking at the bans of Jengski though, two mid lane bans for phase 2, target bans for Light, and now a Talia pick for IPT.
And so far, going into the second banning phase, Jengski Esports banning out the Irie and Orianna against Lights. And for Imperium Pro Team, they are getting the Talia.
Yeah, and looking at the Jengski's team comp right now, it's a Galio Jarvan combo again. And having that Jarvan Galio combo means that the AD carry of the IPT is in grave danger every time he gets dived on.
And now we'll be seeing Suzaku on a Renekton.
Yeah, it's actually a Kennen ADC pala for hate.
The flex, the bait.
Yeah, flex pick. And now that na meron naman, ewan ko the Tahm Kench pick is still questionable for me since wala namang single target damage yung IPT na marami. All of them almost are AoE damage. So I don't think the Tahm Kench pick will be as effective as it should be in this game.
So what are your thoughts entering this match? Entering
this match, I think the Galio Jarvan combo will do a lot of damage towards that Kennen ADC. But then again, that Kennen ADC has this built-in protection with his ultimate, and the Gragas disengage as well.
So an ADC Kennen against a Caitlyn. Let's see how it plays out. For top side, I'm pretty interested to see how Suzaku will play against Wessel. But onto the mid lane matchup, Light against Fade will be a mid lane Galio, not a top lane Galio, a mid lane Galio and a top lane Rumble. I like their draft so far, a lot of damage and utility.
Yeah, and speaking of utility, Talia, having that ability to go to bot lane and top lane, ngayon napunta na siya sa IPT. Jengski picked Talia, actually the last match picked Talia, but then it didn't translate into good ganks. Let's see if IPT is able to use that Talia to its full advantage.
Look at IPT's bans. 5 junglers onto Spear.
Respect talaga.
You know who to shut down in Jengski, and IPT are willing to just ban out 5 jungle champions for Spear.
Yeah, and Jengski knows na kailangan din nilang i-ban si Elise and Zac, knowing how gank heavy those junglers are, and respecting Light's prowess and Ahri last game, and the powerful Orianna combo with any champion na may dive in, it's usually an automatic ban on this mid lane.
I wonder if this will be the same scenario we saw where Jengski, we lost game 1. They might win game 2 tremendously, but we will see how IPT will try and fight back, aiming for a clean sweep.
Yeah, clean sweep means a bonus point, and a bonus point for Imperium Pro Team will further secure their position inside the ladder of PGS right now.
This is going to be the last game of match 2, and we're on a 4th week. It's very exciting to see that from week...
Palapit na tayong palapit sa Rampage.
Yeah, from week 1 we've seen a lot of works, but right now let's enter game 2. We are now live on the Rift, game 2 of match 2 between Jengski Esports on the blue side against Imperium Pro Team on the red side. This is Jengski's last chance to get one single point of Imperium Pro Team. Let's see how it'll turn out. Will IPT get a sweep?
Yeah, I really think na IPT has this edge dahil sa momentum. But let's see na kung ang ganda ng draft sabi mo nga, ang ganda ng draft ng Jengski right now. Kung magamit nila yung draft nila na maganda, ay really questionable to Tahm Kench. Pero yung Galio Jarvan na ang taas ng win rate, baka may mangyari na maganda for Jengski.
They are invading the red side of Jengski. Spear does not see it coming. He is going for the Raptor start. Ooh, I love this style of Imperium Pro Team.
They don't even know that IPT is there. No ward that spotted them. They're recalling, however.
This is locked on the side of Jengski. Imperium Pro Team does not see that Spear is going for the Raptor start, so they expect him going on the blue side, but there are wards placed in Genski's red side, so Imperium Pro Team will get a
Minions have
lead and
spawned.
more information on how Spear will path his jungle.
Yeah, while meanwhile on Jengski, they don't know kung saan magsa-start yung jungler ng IPT, and that will be a big problem for side lanes
Mhm.
since kung mag-red buff start si Gragas, it might mean that the bot lane will be in trouble by level 3 again, just like how Spear did in game 1.
And he is starting the red side pathing Raptors, then red buff. He will be going for bot lane most probably. But right now we're seeing Light. Ooh, he did take one CS from Spear, so
Will that mean it's still a level 2?
it's still a level 2, but it's the fact that Light knows where Spear is pathing. When Light knows, also Hate
Hate.
and Shadow will catch up. Spear goes in for a level 2 gang. Light is just level 1. There is the slow, not yet.
Yeah, but that gank isn't really good enough to kill that Talia, and Talia has 2 cookies on her inventory, and that
Get
yummy
biscuits.
cookies
The
will
best-
keep her in lane until
Yep.
level 4 or 5.
The biscuits will help regenerate Light's lost HP, but for Spear's lost time, I don't think there's any potion to remedy that. But seeing the map, we're seeing Spear invading the blue side of IPT.
Yeah, a pretty dangerous move by Jarvan though, kasi hindi naman hindi naman nagpe-pressure yung bot lane ng IPT. But then again, wala namang warding, so he successfully took the blue.
Wow, this will enable him to visit the bottom lane from the invasion and the first pressure in the mid lane. Right now, that will entitle him to try and pressure bot lane, but they're a bit overpushed.
Yeah, tapos ngayon kukunin na lang niya yung mga buffs niyang natitira. And Gragas without the blue buff would suffer na mas mababa yung clear speed niya just
Right.
because of that.
So because of the blue buff removed from Ivalice, this makes him slower,
Yeah, a
less
lot
sustain
slower.
in the jungle.
And kailangan niya mag-back off at some point imbis na magre-regain lang siya ng mana. Kasi let's remember that every time that Gragas casts a spell, as long as his passive is up, he heals. But if you don't have mana to cast that spell, your sustain is down as well.
And now we're seeing that Suzaku actually used the Scrying Orb, the Scrying Plant, the blue side of Jengski. So you know the blue orb is still up grab. Ivan is making his way to the mid lane.
Oh,
Flash in,
flash.
bottom side will connect. Fade flashes away from Light's damage.
Fade flashing away from there, I don't think it's
Worth.
it's worth. But I guess it's a respect, so you don't get to have your HP depleted early on in this part of the game.
But seeing how the map is going out, we're seeing that Ivalis is making his slow approach to the top side, maybe the blue side jungle of Jengski. Suzaku is very low.
Yeah, great trade by Suzaku there. With it, more damage dealt on Rumble, but then again, it was pushing forward towards Jengski's side, so it's going to be hard for Renekton to stay in that lane alive if ever Jarvan ganks him.
Yeah, I like the standoff in the mid lane. So we did see the Ivalis see Spear in the mid side, and now we're seeing a teleport from Faith. So seeing the top side of the map, we're going to be expecting a gank from Ivalis. Most probably he's still watching the blue side of Jengski. It is warded.
And since it's warded, Suzaku will know kung kailan dadating si Gragas, and he can trade just like that, burning that flash out of Whistle.
Yeah, Whistle's very low, and he's been silenced because of his own passive. In the jungle side, Ivalis is spotted. They mate, and Ivalis takes the blue buff away from Spear.
Great smite
Feels
steal
bad.
by Ivalis there. Kumbaga yung nawala sa kanya sa bot kanina, ay dun sa blue niya, nabawi din niya dito, and he comes out alive.
The prideful walk, saying the victory, body slam away from the jungle of Spear. You may have taken about blue buff, but it's all negated when Ivalis took his own.
Plus yung timers nun, mas late mag-respawn yung sa allied blue buff sa Jengski. And that will be take a toll sa mid lane actually.
Spear just denying some Raptors away from Ivalis. Fade is making his way in. He is level 5. Light missed some skill shots. Here comes snow and damage. Ivalis gets slowed by the red buff. Expires. There's the blast cone. With his last chance to survive. Spear! Ooh! Close call! With a Damascene standard combo. Just didn't cut it out. And now that'll be a first blood for Suzaku, and Ivalis going back in. Still gives a kill to Fade. He's pretty much happy with that, but it's a 2-for-1 trade-off in favor of Imperium Pro Team.
Two for one trade for IPT because of Ivalis' courage to invade that red side jungle of Jengski, even without much of a warding. But then again, the Talia's slowed him down a little bit, pero that all went down to the drain for Jengski when everyone of IPT responded.
I think from that trade-off, Spade got a kill, yes, but the first blow into Suzaku. This will give Whistle a difficult time. We did see that in the early phase of the lane that Suzaku was dealing a lot of damage, and now he popped his dominance going on to Whistle. He is running for a battle, and the Call of the Meat will chop him down. On the bot side, A-style.
Last game, we saw Suzaku being camped by Spear. Now that the Spear isn't camping top lane, we can see Whistle slowly losing what that small equalized gold he had with Suzaku. Now, I guess that's a 600 or 800 gold lead by
And now,
Suzaku.
because of this, he picks up the Hex Drinker. Now, Whistle will have a difficult time even bursting down Suzaku. So when it comes to trade-offs, Suzaku will always come up top.
And having that Hex Drinker early on, he can tower dive even better, even as long as it's magic damage yung AP carry na dinadive niya.
Oh, Fate has his ultimate ready for the heroic entrance, but he won't be using it. He goes for top end. Suzaku gets stopped. He has full fury. Goes burned by Light. There is the equalizer for the red carpet. Light is walking away from that fight, and there's Fade gets shoved away by the seismic top.
Great dueling by Suzaku and Spear there, but it was an awkward equalizer by Whistle. If the equalizer was able to put about 3 ticks of damage to Suzaku, it could have been a different story for Jenski.
Yeah, if that actually connected all skill shots, that might have been a kill for IPT in my opinion, because Light was in a good position. He had the blue buff.
And that blue buff early on just really replenishes your mana, spamming your spells and lane.
And Thalia does have the lower cooldown when she is casting on a work ground.
You know, once the level 6 spike though, and Thalia has this, once Thalia hits level 6, bot lane should be in trouble. I mean, top lane will be in
Top lane
trouble.
gets the Wrath of the Weaver's Wall from Light, so Light unlocked that potential of Atalia for that Weaver's Wall engage, and is showing right now with a kill score of 1 to 4. What happened is that Suzaku got the first blood. Light was able to get an assist from that. So because of this, Whistle is having a nightmare in his own lane. So this pushes back the scaling of Whistle, and Spear is having a harder time trying to help out other lanes.
Yeah, true. Now that Spear isn't able to camp top lane.
Oh, here comes Spear, engages the Cataclysm. Ivalice splashes away, and the heroic entrance gets wasted there.
Good call by IPT to back off immediately after they see the heroic entrance being casted. Proper teamwork, even showing last game, as of now, they're still consistent with that.
Teamwork and communication is something you need when you want to win against Imperial Growth Team. Right now, Suzaku took down the first turret. He got the first block. He has the first turret. This is just bad news for Whistle.
If Suzaku was tilted last game by Spear's camping, right now he's destroying this lane.
Like, it's personal right now.
It's getting personal in this top
Oh,
lane.
and he's running the fervor of battle, so this is going to be more damage coming in from Suzaku's Renekton. But now in the bottom lane, we see that Hate and Shadow really mowing them down, and Suzaku is not just going home, going in and look at the damage just from the Call of the Meat itself.
Yeah, looking at bot lane, I'm surprised to see that Lulu and Kennen is winning a lot of trades, wherein A-Style has this range advantage. But then again, yung shield ni Lulu, tapos, I mean, really, the Tom Kench pick is really questionable for me.
So right now, A-Style does not have the proper things going on. He just has the... That's the only thing I think Tom Kench offers.
Yeah, Suzaku.
That is the problem when you have the melee support against a range support like Lulu. Blaze is useless. He can't do anything.
Yeah, it only matters if Tom Kench only matters if there are crucial skill shots to be caught and eaten by Tom Kench himself.
So now with the Suzaku continuously building towards more offensive items, Micro for the mob, but the Black Cleaver is more favorable. A-Style has no mana. Blaze gets stunned by Hate. That is just bullying right there.
This is the best time for IPT to rotate on bot lane. And
oh, but speaking of rotation, looking at the top side, Suzaku is really delivering the pain and nightmare to Whistle. 0-2 and 401 on the Renekton. That's just brutal, and Suzaku will keep pushing that lane and bully Whistle until he squirms.
Yeah, and I like how Ivalice supports Suzaku on the top lane by invading their blue side of Jengski as well. That secures Renekton wouldn't have a 3v1. It's always gonna be Gragas and him.
And that opens up for a Rift Herald, potential Rift Herald. And now, the Mountain Drake is live, one of the tankiest Drakes. IPT is taking their time, just trying to take down this first outer bot lane turn first. And now we're 6 here, spotted in the bot side.
Talia looking to bait in bot lane or get your blue buff.
Now it's going to be the Rift Herald.
Once
In my opinion, that Suzaku gets into Kyle, it's gonna be so good. It's glorious for split pusher for like Renekton to get a Rift Herald, more pressure, and you can actually wreck down the inhibitor turret just quickly.
Yeah, I hope they don't waste it like last game though. Last game they had Rift Herald, but then they summoned it from the base, then it got killed without even hitting a single turret. Maybe they learned from their mistake from game 1.
Let's see how it turns out. Suzaku is actually soloing this Rift Herald.
Well, he's too fed right now. He can do what he wants as of now, and Rumble can't do anything about it. Rumble level 9 to a level 10 Renekton, which is pretty good in terms of experience, but in gold, 76 CS to 99 CS and 4 kills for Suzaku.
Oh, Faye trying to get away from Light. Light is just poking him down with his boulders, stones.
Come to think of it, the composition of IPT right now has really good zoning advantage.
Yes.
Besides yung sa Galio, and yun nga, the good part of the composition of Jengski right now is the Galio and the Jarvan.
So when it comes to zoning out, IPT will have more control in the objective. They have Suzaku, Ivalice, Light, and Hade. Whereas Jengski, they're more of this gap social composition. They're staying on the Galio, but now we're seeing Blaze walking towards Hade. Spear is there, gets slowed by the top last. Here comes Spear for the engage. The Maki Standard will not connect. Teleport coming in. It still will channel. Whistle is there. Maybe he picked the wrong time to start a fight. Suzaku is taking out 3 members of Jengski. He's trying to survive. He has to come in, but still gets bursted down by Ace. He does get a shot out. There's about a 4. Ivalice is very low. Phase though with a Winds of War secures the kill for himself.
I think Jengski won that trade.
Oh, Blaze with a flash. Very clutch.
Wow.
Chucking down that potion.
Now it's worth.
Okay, now it's pretty worth. Yeah, let's see though. Hey, smelling some blood. Light still has some mana to work with. Fake goes in for the flash and taunt, but it will be Shadow blocking it off.
Almost had
Almost
that kill
there,
on Hade.
almost had it.
But that trade was really crucial for each team out there. Sobrang low HP na lang nila. One wrong move could have translated to a triple kill for the other.
So yeah, Light has not much mana to work with. Hade is very low on health, so this would be disengage and a reset in the bot lane. Here is the replay.
Here's the replay. We can see a great Weaver's Wall, but then Suzaku is alone in that 3v1, and then Galio reappears. Then after that, it was great kiting by Jengski now by that time, since Fade was a really good Galio at that team fight.
And from that replay, so we just saw what was the mistake of Jengski right there.
The mistake of Jengski there is they didn't respond quickly. But then after nun, nung nagka-misplace si Suzaku dun sa Weaver's Wall, they won the trade na.
Yeah, from that trade, so I think this gives IPT more head start and really more control in the objective side. The first Drake has yet to be taken though.
Yeah, and the first Drake will be a Mountain Drake. Kung makuha nila yung Mountain Drake na yan, sobrang lakas na magiging pushing power ng IPT. But then if Jengski gets that, it'll tilt the game back to their favor.
Jengski still have the running for their spot in the playoffs and trying to get 1 point off IPT.
Yeah. And ngayon yung bot lane turret nila malapit na rin mag-fall, but then again, nandyan sila to defend that. And look at top lane as of now. Suzaku soloing that top lane, and Rumble couldn't do anything about it kasi hindi naman niya kayang i-1v1 si Suzaku ngayon.
And Blaze is trying to 1v3. There is the 6 kid. He doesn't proc it, but I don't think that's going to turn out. IPT Suzaku has slain Wessel. Hey, it also picks up Blaze, and 2 versus 1. I think Suzaku is going to take it. The Black Cleaver is shredding Fade's armor. Full Fury. He gets knocked up over under the turret. There comes Spear. With the Martian Standard, he will be securing the kill. But Suzaku will be smiling in the skies because, hey, I got your turret. I got what I wanted.
Yeah, and it took 3 people to kill him.
Takes
and
3.
Yeah, takes 3. Killed the Rumble as well. Almost killed the Galio
Yeah,
then.
it's right now. Whistle is 0-4-1. We know his KDA, but we don't know his story. So let us not judge.
Yeah, let's
Because
not
Whistle
judge.
had a really hard time when facing up Suzaku because, let's see, Suzaku got the first blood.
Yeah.
In the first round itself, Whistle already had a hard time. Giving a first blood to Suzaku on a Renekton just made it worse.
Yeah, and yung first turret pa, diba? Tapos yung Rift Herald pa, it all piled up for Suzaku. And yung bad story niya early game, last game, translated into a very good story for him this game.
Yeah, this is
And yun nga, sinabi mo kanina, yung sa bot lane na nasira niya rin, this frees up pressure sa IPT. And dahil 3 tao yung sumugod kay Suzaku kanina sa top lane, yung Dragon nakuha na rin ng IPT.
And that is the story of Whistle's crumble in the top lane. From the first blood, it's just monumental.
Yeah, actually, there were
Once-
2 first bloods.
2 first bloods, yeah. Actually, 2 first bloods. Like 1 first blood for the champion, and another first blood for the turret. So that's 650 gold, and for 100, that's 1,000 gold.
So
More
much
than
gold
1,000.
for Suzaku. And we all know that Suzaku is one of the players to watch out
And
of in
Suzaku-
IPT.
Yes, besides Suzaku with that much gold is just rolling in the gold, but Fade in the mid lane, trying to back away, gets repositioned by the explosive cast. Light is very low. There is Blaze for the rescue. Oh, this is taking a move, but in the mid lane, Equalizer set up. Whistle's not dealing enough damage. Suzaku has the wild growth. He takes down Fade. Very clean score so far, and that would be a double. Oh, for Suzaku. What was Blaze taking? Flash in by Light. Still trying to take down Whistle. He does get down and giving Light his killing spree.
Well, namatay nga si Kennen sa bot lane, pero that translated into a better team fight for IPT sa mid lane. And nung pumasok na si Suzaku dun with the wild growth, everything tilted to IPT's favor. Nakapitalize yung gold advantage ni Suzaku over everyone in
Oh,
this game.
Spear might go for cleanup under the turret. Let's see who will be taken down. We see Shadow hopping off the wall. It would be the Ivolis taken down by Spear. We were small for the cut off. Light is trying to get away. He could not ride his boulders. Blaze cuts him off.
Sayang yun. Pero at least they were able to take the mid lane turret. If they were a little bit conservative about it, na hinayaan na lang nilang low HP, it could have been a clean trade. And
Here's
after
the
the
replay.
replay, pumasok si Suzaku with that wild growth. Doon pa lang panalo na sa trade yung IPT since yung si Spear nasa bot lane. And after that, Talia flashes in na mamamatay din si Rumble. Then after that, panalo na talaga yung IPT sa trade na yun.
I think the only time we're going to be seeing conservative playstyle if we see people from Catholic schools playing, because that's how they like to play conservative. But IPT, they are free. They are free to do everything they want. Suzaku is just fearless. Let me take the heat. I can take it. And it's very rewarding.
Yeah, 1/3 HP and he's
Oh, here
that
comes
brave.
Heroic Entrance. He's going to take it on 2v1.
Oh.
He still takes down Wessel. He might sustain it. Comes the Meek. Oh! Winds of War does not land on the Suzaku. He goes in. Ruthless Predator rubbing him in. Winds of War misses again. Here comes Shadow. Lulu. He gets ignited. Gets denied. TG's there. Oh! Spear goes in for the Cataclysm. That's going to fail miserably with Blaze saving his life.
Great trade there by Suzaku na sa 2v1 na yon. And actually, Moss saved his life. A Hex Drinker saved his life there. And ngayon, he walks out alive. And
Oh, he eats him up. But he still dies. Pretty close call for Ivolis. Suzaku still. Oh my gosh. We're in the mid lane. Ace style.
oh no.
You are not safe under the turret, especially a cannon. But that was risky. That was pretty much clutch for Hayes.
Yeah, and hindi niya nakita yung trap doon. Pagkalakad niya E, it was an automatic headshot. Akala ko matatalo na siya sa trade, but then yung gold lead niya against this Caitlyn and his lifesteal from the board made him survive that tower dive
Yeah,
kill.
that clash in the top lane was pretty cheeky for them. I mean, the fact that it was so extended for IPT's favor, Gangster still stayed through it.
Yeah, and as of now, it's an 11k gold lead for IPT, and I don't think
Oh
that
boy, Suzaku will pop that dominance, getting that Fury nice and slowly. Spear backs away, Fate gets saved. Suzaku with a stun, very long stun, Spear gets away. Was the standard combo. Nexus turrets might be up for grabs here.
Yeah, Suzaku right here is being a titan. Hindi siya napapatay kahit 4 na yung tinatangke niya. And doon sa pack na yun, ibig sabihin nun, the carries of IPT, they're free to deal their damage while they're busy with Suzaku.
And Hate is just split pushing bot lane.
Yeah, and yun nga, exactly. They have the freedom because of Suzaku's consistent play on that Renekton.
Very rewarding. First turret, first blood. All on the Suzaku. He is just shining right now.
Yeah, tapos, oh, looks like he's in
Oh,
trouble
man.
right now.
Oh, he does flash away, but still gets Soul Spirit there for the Cataclysm. And Fade with
What?
the heroic entrance, leaving away bot top and exposed. Still no kill.
Oh my god, he survived that gank 3v1, tanked 2 ultis on low HP, then using that slice and dice properly, went out alive, and now IPT is taking Baron.
Yeah, a lot of attention was drawn to the bottom lane. This entitles IPT for an uncontested Baron of the
an
game.
uncontested Baron for IPT. You might spell GG for JSK. Oh, that rhyme, pero...
They have to shape up because they really had a good start.
Oh.
This is where Jenski shut down. Finally. That's going to be some tap luck for them.
Yeah, and I don't know, maybe it'll tilt the game a little bit only.
A shutdown is a huge bounty. There was a huge bounty on the Suzaku, but
13k gold lead
Yeah, I
still
mean,
after that
20
Baron.
minutes in, this is looking pretty bad for Jenski. They really had a good start, laning phase wise, but it's the small burst of the small boost that Suzaku had. He will use it to its full potential.
Yeah, and parang pag tinitignan kasi natin yun, kaya nga bidang-bida si Suzaku sa laro na to. And even last game, he's really carrying his team right now. And si Spear, the way he carries his team kasi, last game he carried his team to the point na yung laners niya almost got that snowball. And right now, na hindi niya nagawa yun, look how Jenski is crumbling right now.
Whistle on the Rumble actually stumbled a lot.
Yeah. And yung trading, ever since he got that Hex Drinker, hirap na talaga si Whistle. Good itemization there by Suzuki.
Well, that's life. When someone gets ahead, you will have to try your best, but when a person is one step ahead, you will never catch up.
Yeah, but still, kudos to Spear for trying his best na i-snowball yung mga laners niya. That's because, I don't know, I really like Spear as a player in Jenski. He does his job well consistently. Even if his team is losing, his laners are losing or winning, it's always Spear for Jenski.
Now Whistle gonna back away. Maybe Spear for dead, maybe. Spear flashes over the brush side, ignited, and Light on a killing spree.
Yeah, Light having that consistent damage as well after those snowball. Na mahirap na talaga. I think it's IPT's game clearly.
It's pretty much a manslaughter from here on. Jenski cannot defend his way. The Suzaku will be going in diving like that with Cage, backing him out with a slicing maelstrom. Reverse wall, but it got off, and that will be Fade just trying to save Blaze. There is knockoff from the heroic entrance, but guys, I think we have IPT sweeping a game against Jenski, giving them 3 points in the 2-game series.
Oh, we already knew na mananalo sila dun sa top lane na yun. Dun sa clash na yun sa top lane. But then again, that Weaver's Wall added insult to injury na no, you won't be going back to
Where
your
you're going, you're still in the fight with me. And now the Nexus is exposed. IPT will be taking the victory of the 2-game series with 2-0. Sweeping the floor against Jenski Esports.
Yeah, alam mo, maiisip mo talaga if you see IPT, their teamwork is crisp. Sobrang ganda ng teamwork nila. And on that point na may teamwork sila, yung consistency nila on every lane na mechanically gifted din, ang ganda tignan ng kahit nababaog na yung isa tumataas pa rin yung level niya of gameplay. Tapos, nakikarry talaga yun. As in, like, Suzaku, nung Game 1, natatalo siya dahil kinap siya pa ulit-ulit. But then, in Game 2, hindi siya na-tilt ng Game 1. Game 2, he came back with a vengeance.
Yeah, this is what happens when you make someone like Suzaku a bit mad in Game 1 that he did deliver the revenge.
The
onto
revenge of
Jenski.
Suzaku.
Do not cap me, bro. Don't test me. And that is the message that Suzaku showed in Game 2, just wrecking Whistle in the top lane.
Yeah.
Here is the total damage dealt with Suzaku, dealing the most damage.
More than the 80k.
On the Renekton, more than the 80 carry. Hate is kind of jealous, and I think someone is blushing. And let's hear it from himself, Suzaku, the top laner of IPT.
So hi guys, again another jam-packed performance there by IPT, very clutch. And again, I am here with the IPT's top laner Suzaku. So, una sa lahat bro, grabe, how did you feel when you were getting camped on the top lane? And wow, you really showed them off this day.
Yeah. Para sa akin, okay lang po yung kinakamp ako. Kasi yung other lanes, pwede sila makapag-advance, tapos makalamang. And wala naman sa mentality na malakas naman yung mentality.
So, is that the reason why you picked Renekton nung game 2? Tapos, sobrang show off ka naman, nagalit ka. So,
actually, yung game 2, in-outdraft lang po namin sila eh. And yun nangyari.
yeah.
And actually, pang-counter ko yun sa sa Rumble, yung
Renekton.
Renekton.
Wow. And it really showed off, right?
Yeah.
Ganda ng play mo. So, again, since you're gonna be facing on your next game, how confident are you that you're gonna be securing your spot? I mean, what's the confidence of your team going into these games next week?
Actually, we're pretty confident na kasi ganda ng namin, laro, and sa scrim parati kaming nananalo. And yeah, I think nananalo kami.
Right. So again, thanks for the interview, and this has been Suzaku, IPT's top laner. So next game, we have Ashen Arena versus TNC Pro Team. So guys, stay tuned. This has been the Bacchus Pro Gaming Series Summer 2017. Again, I was your interviewer, Rockhart, and with me, Suzaku. Stay tuned.
Now we're seeing Blaze walking towards A. Here is there, gets slow by the top last. Here comes here for the engage, the mountain standard. Will not connect, Teleport coming in. And still will channel. Whistle is there. Maybe he picked the wrong time to start a fight. Suzaku is taking out 3 members of JSK. He's trying to survive. He has no lead, but still gets bursted down by Ace. He does get shot out. There's about a 4. Ivolis is very low. Space though, with a Winslow floor, secures the kill for himself. Whistle's not doing enough damage. Suzaku has the wild shot. He takes down Fade. Very key score so far, and that would be a double. Oh, for Suzaku. One was played sticky. Flashing by light. Still trying to get down Whistle. He does diving like that with Cage. Backing him up with a slashing Maelstrom. Reverse wall, but it got off. And that will be Fade just trying to see Blade. Very knockoff from the heroic entrance. But, guys, I think we have IPT sweeping a game against JSK, giving them 3 points in the game series. Knowing you're still in the fight with me, and now the next is exposed. IPT will be taking the victory of the 2-game series with 2-0, sweeping the floor against JSK.
Yeah, alam mo